Good morning. I am Dr.S.Mangala Lavanya, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, SFR College, Sivagasi. Today I am going to discuss the topic correlation analysis. First of all, we can see what is the definition for correlation analysis. Correlation is a statistical measure that indicates the extent to which two or more variables fluctuate in relation to each other. For example, the relationship between the student's height and weight in a classes. There are types of correlations. The three main types of correlations are positive, negative and no correlation. The second one is linear or non-linear correlation. The third one is simple, multiple and partial correlation. Let us see the types as detailed. The first one is positive correlation. A positive correlation is a relationship between two variables that are directly related to each other. That is, a positive correlation exists one variable decreases as the other variable decreases, or one variable increases while the other increases. That is, the two variables moves in the same direction. For example, more money you save, the more financial secure you feel, or when the temperature goes up, the rate at which the ice melts also goes up. This is known as positive correlation. The next one is negative correlation. Negative correlation is a relationship between two variables which one variable increases, the other decreases, and if one variable decreases, the second one increases. That is, the two variables moves in the opposite direction, then it is said to be negative correlation. A perfect negative correlation means the relationship between the two variables is exactly opposite of all the times. Example, as we climb up a mountain, there is an increase in height. It gets cold, there is a decrease in temperature. The next one is non-correlation. When there is no relationship or dependence between two variables, there is no correlation between the variables. Next is linear correlation. Correlation is said to be linear if the ratio of the change of variable is constant. That is, if one doubles, then the other one also doubles. Example, the demand of vegetable and the price of vegetable. The second example is the time spent on video games and the marks in the exam. Non-linear correlation. Non-linear or curvilinear correlation is said to occur when the ratio of changes between two variables is not constant. It happens in the case when the value of one variable increases linearly with time, the value of the other value increases exponentially. The next one is simple correlation. Simple correlation is a measure used to determine strength and the direction of the relationship between two variables x and y. A simple correlation coefficient can range from +1 to -1. That is, presence of one variable affects the another variable. Simple correlation is known as the study between only two variables. Example, yield of paddy and the use of fertilizer is simple correlation. A yield of paddy depends upon the use of the fertilizer. The next definition is multiple correlation. Multiple correlation is a measure of how well a given variable can be predicted using a linear function of setup of the other variable. It is the correlation between the variable value and the best prediction that can be computed linear from the predictive variable. Example, a researcher is interested in computing the correlation between the crime rates in a region and multiple factors like unemployment, literacy, substance abuse, infection, etc. The next definition is partial correlation. Partial correlation measures the strength of the relationship between two variables while controlling the effect of one or more other variables. For example, we may want to see there is a correlation between the amount of the food eaten and the blood pressure while controlling for the weight or amount of exercise. Properties of correlation. The main properties of correlation are listed below. The value of the coefficient of correlation shall always rise between +1 and -1. When the value of correlation R is equal to +1, then there is a perfect positive correlation between the two variables. Similarly, when the value of R is equal to -1, it means that the correlation is perfect negative. If R value is equal to 0, it means that there is no correlation between the two variables. When R lies between 0.5 to +1, that is positive value, and lies between 0.5 and 1. This means that there is a high degree of positive correlation between the two variables. When R lies between minus 0.5 to minus 1, it means that there is a high degree of negative correlation between the two variables. Thanks for watching this video. We will meet in the next video.